everybody. My name is Joe, and I'm going to be um, just talking about some tips that helped me draw and following those tips throughout the whole year and still now today. So, one thing I just caught on to is the hashtag Art Journal January and Aqua January Watercolor Challenge and hashtag Kit 365. Most people start at the beginning of the year for the hashtag Kick 365, but I didn't. I started in December with my art of 2017. So it's been about a year now, a little over a year. These are just some interesting hashtags. But January is almost over, so you can look at February and kind of get a feel for what they're going to be doing. But it's never too late, you know. So these are some tips that I'm going to go over. The practice daily. The practice daily is whenever you get time to draw. I think that's really important. So right here for the practice daily, we're going to try and use different mediums. A medium refers to materials used to make artwork. So you've heard of acrylic paint. I have no type of background in acrylic paint, but I do use watercolor sometimes. I don't use oil paint and I don't use pastels, but I've used ink before. I've always wanted to do sculpture. I wanted to do the polymer modeling clay type of sculpture. I thought that would be nice. And then there are color pencils. I've used color pencils. I haven't used charcoal that much. I've used charcoal, but not recently. Ceramic art, oil pastel, crayons, and markers. A lot of people start off with just a pencil, just a regular pencil. But I think that's an easy way to learn. Now, if you know how to put it down on paper, you're gonna know how to use each one of these. But a pencil is different from a brush. So if you wanna learn how to paint or something, you can do that first. It's about what you're comfortable with. I use a lot of markers in my drawings, though. A lot of markers. And I use a lot of ink because I use ink pens. The other thing that people have to learn about is understanding failure. When I look back on my drawings, I said, man, that was really horrible. But at that time, I didn't care and I didn't want to understand to care. I posted it anyway on my social media page because I didn't care. And when I was looking at my art, how much I was uploading it on my Instagram, I was like, wow, I really improved like a lot because I was posting it every day. So understanding failures, do not quit. No matter what people say, I really didn't have a lot of people who hated, but I had a lot of people on social media, and people say social media is a bad place. People just talk about you and make you feel bad, but it's not true because some of those people can get reported anyway. They were very encouraging, and a lot of people around me was encouraging me. So, surround yourself with people who encourage you to do better. That's another thing. I didn't put that down, but it's something to keep in mind. And then you have to have the time and patience is your friend also. If you have the time to draw, it's a good thing, but you also have to have the patience with that. You have to be confident, you have to be sure. Of course, I kept practicing over and over, but I had patience to do it. I didn't get mad at myself. The third thing is keep journal. Your social media page can tell you a lot about your progress. And that's what I kept. I didn't really keep a notebook per se, but my online presence was like my journal. So yeah, if you draw every day and upload it to Facebook, you could put like, only I can see this post. But if you want encouragement, then you can let other people see it. And don't let people give you tips. Sometimes that's where it all messes up. Like when people give me tips, I feel like they're critiquing it. But I knew that mine didn't look as good as the one on the internet. So I would just go to YouTube and I would look it up. Because I'm just petty like that. So, second one is areas of improvement. As soon as you upload it and you see, okay, I didn't get that many likes off of it versus this one. Like, what did I do on this pic to make people like it more than this pic? Because I really like this pic, but it's not many likes. And most people say you shouldn't be worried about what other people think, and that's true. But if you see an area where you need to improve in, then it's nothing wrong with taking criticism sometimes. Not all the time, but just a little, to help you kind of give you that boost that you need in order to do better. So those are my tips. And don't forget about the hashtags. I'm not really into all this. If you don't like doing watercolor, that's okay. But at least practice with each one of these, which I'm going to try and do. Some of these might be expensive. Don't get expensive markers like Copic. I don't have them, and I draw well. But if you're not going to like do something, you don't really need any expensive. You can even do some with crayons. I bought some crayons. They were really cheap. All pastel. And there's also another thing. They're Gelatos. Faber-Castell Gelatos. I don't have them on here, but they're really good. So, if you want to use those, then good, you know. But it's always nice to like try and pick something that you like to do and kind of like practice and practice until you get one medium down and then start on another one. Because October was Inktober of last year, of 2018. October #month art project was Inktober. So if you're a big ink fan, like a tattoo artist or something, they always use ink. You could check them out. You could check that hashtag out and see all the little creative things they did. But as for that, I'm done. So hopefully you learned a lot. The 3 bullets: practice daily, using different mediums, understanding failure, and keeping journal. Thank you for listening, and bye.